Well, hello there. Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Leonie Featherstone, and welcome to the Wisdom of Essential Oils. Thank you for joining me. I'd love to know, as you hop on this morning, where are you from? Where are you talking to me from? What's going on in your life? Let's have a bit of a chat. I'll just pop this up here for you. So with regard to making comments, I'm using StreamYard, and it just asks you to go on to some link, something or other. It's in the chat, guys. I'm not overly technical, but lovely to have you with me. So pop me a comment, say hello, tell me where you're from. Our topic today, for those of you who are new, I love to have a topic of discussion. Hello, Tony. Oh, New Zealand. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. I love to have a topic just to, give us a framework, and then I weave the essential oils into that framework. So the topic today is sense of values. So my question to you guys is, what do you value? So chat along with me. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Nikki. Wonderful. Fantastic. So glad your surgery went well. And Cassidy, you're all the way from Tennessee. Wow, welcome. Thank you so much for traveling all this way to be with us today. So for those of you who are new, I talk about the beautiful doTERRA essential oils. All respect to whatever you're using. I love the fact that our essential oils are based on plants, and they can connect us to ancient worlds, because our essential oils have been used in a mind, body, spirit manner for thousands and thousands of years. And so when we can tap into that wisdom from long ago and bring it into our everyday life, we can bring about this holistic healing on all levels. And to me, they're this amazing support toolkit. And we all have our life toolkit, right? And I pop lots of essential oils into it, and I pop some of the beautiful people that are on the spiritual events directory page into it, because some of them are healers and some of them are, astrologists, and we can all tap into the wisdom that is around us in our fellow man, as well as in our beautiful flora of the world. So hello, Narelle. What part of Australia are you, Narelle? And Cassidy, yes, I'm glad you're here too. So I'm going to pop up now, guys, just for those of you who are new. I am really working on my tech skills, and I've got a question here for you that I like to put up on the screen just to remind you. So what do you value? And I'd love you just to pop in the chat, what are some of the things that you value? And we're going to talk about those. And maybe another way to look at that is, what's important to you? How do you like to be treated? Or, what behaviors are important to you, and what behaviors will you not stand for? So sometimes when we talk about values, it can be a little bit confusing. So what I like to do as well, guys, is I draw essential oil cards and share them with you. Yeah, family is a wonderful, wonderful value to have, to really appreciate all that brings. So I will draw essential oil cards. If you'd like one, just pop a comment down and I'll write your name down, and throughout the hour that we have together, I will draw a card for you and share the wisdom that oil brings, but also throw in some of my own insights as well. I'd also love to invite you to like my Facebook page, Sense of Empowerment. That's SCENTS, senseofempowerment.com.au. You can connect with me there. If you'd like to delve further into essential oils, because I love to work personally one-on-one with people, pop me a note here as well, and I can connect with you, and we can do a free oil consultation and have a chat and guide you to bring these beautiful gifts of the earth into your life. So Colleen, hello Colleen, where are you from? Okay, Colleen would love a card. What I like to do is I love to draw some cards first for the collective. And I am a cardaholic, if there's such a word. And I'm choosing at the moment a couple of cards. I've got one from Brendan Burchard from the Motivation Manifesto. So Brendan shares with us, those who have won major victories realize that all the resources to win are within, and that most knowledge needed to succeed is acquired after action. So one of my platforms that I'm always standing on is, let us go within and heal within. Let us work on the inside, because we do need to go within, heal, before we can even see or access what is without. And so often people don't take the time to think, well, what's important to me? What do I value? They rush out doing the action steps of what they think will take them to success. But here's the thing, guys, values are like They're like your compass. They are what will guide you whether you do go north, south, east, and west. They are like your guideposts that'll help you set priorities. And when you know your values, you can actually make decisions so much more quickly. And so, it's really, really important to get this right. And then the next card that sort of followed up from that was with Gabrielle Bernstein. And she says, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So again, just reinforcing this little path I'm on this morning of taking time out to stop, be still, and really connect with our insides and what's important to us before we rush out and do those action steps. And then finally, the essential oil card that I'm going to draw for the collective this morning, or I did just before I came on, was our beautiful elevation blend. And this is all about releasing any sort of feelings of discouragement, any lower vibrations, and just really stepping into that joy, abundance, hope, and positivity, knowing that things can work out, knowing that when we take the right steps, we can achieve, we can have that joy within our heart. And so our centering thought is that I live a life of abundance. My life is inspiring, and I open my heart to experience joy. And our question, because in these cards, guys, always ask a question to elicit a positive response. You see, the brain's like a computer. If we say, brain, go find all the bad things I've done, all the mess ups I've made, it will find it for you. Whereas if we ask it to find the good, it will remind us of that as well. And so let's ask ourselves, why is it so easy for us to experience joy? So that's my little drawings for the collective this morning. I want to come back to what you're telling me here. So we've got Narelle says she values love. Kathy, peace. Colleen, I've got yes, a card for you. Your health. I agree. Health is so important. Let me share something with you. I can remember doing an exercise with a mentor of mine once, and he got me to write down my values. And I had my 2 children. I was a sole parent at the top of that list, and health was second. And he said to me, he wasn't judging, he just asked the question. He said, Leonie, if something happened to you, your health, who would look after Roisin and Zach? And it was like, kapow, I got it. If I do not look after me, how can I look after other people? And so it made me see that putting myself on the top of my values list was not a selfish, egotistical thing to do. It was a sensible thing to do, because the better I can be, the healthier I can be, the more holistically together I can be, the better I can be for others. So just a thought for any of you. Clarity and calm, Cherie, yes. Peace and flow, love and ease and grace, all important. Narelle would like a card. Let me write that down. Colleen, you're from New South Wales. Oh, lovely. Cherie, Lake Macquarie, and Justine. Wonderful. Okay, so my next question to you, thank you for those of you. I want to share a little exercise with you that might help, because as part of these chats I have with you, I like to bring in some practical strategies. I grew up in the outback, guys, and in the days when there was no electricity and we were 4 hours from anywhere, so practical runs through my veins. So I'll give you a little practical exercise with this and how we can integrate the oils to help you. So the question I think that is important to ask is, what's stopping us from setting our values? And I guess that might be something you want to throw some suggestions at me as well. But I think a lot of times it comes down to self-worth. We often don't think we're worthy, therefore why should I put the things that are important to me out there? Why shouldn't I just fit in with everyone else? Maybe, hi Astra, lovely to have you. Maybe we haven't learned to set boundaries. And that it's okay to stand firm in those boundaries. Maybe we are far too influenced by what other people think of us. Maybe we need to get clear on what's important to us. Again, come back to values, and then maybe what other people think about us won't affect us so badly. It's really an interesting conversation that I'd love to hear your thoughts on. But I've been doing a lot of reading on the Stoics, which is an ancient form of philosophers from ancient times followed this belief. And it wasn't about not having emotions. It was not allowing your emotions to rule you and just basically being able to regulate our emotions. And one of the guys is called Epictetus. And he says, protect your own good in all that you do. And I think this is about having our values and standing firm in our values. So just something to think about. I think we all need a superhero blend that helps us to see our own worth and to stand firm and set those boundaries. And if any of you want help setting up your own superhero blend, send me a PM and we'll get together on Zoom or something and have a chat, and I can help you. I love helping people to learn about the oils, but also how to get them at the best possible price, which is what I pay. So you can have that too. So let's kick this off before we go too much further into values. Let's just start off because Colleen has asked for a card. So let's do that. And anyone else? Narelle, boundaries are very important and come back. Yeah, exactly. And it's not something we're generally taught. I'm very passionate about emotional well-being because I think it's just so much a part of our mind, body, spirit unity. And it's just something that I'd love to see parents now bring that more into discussions with children at a very young age while they are still sponges. So Colleen. Okay, Azra, yes, I will write you down, sister. Gotcha. So Colleen, your card is time. Time, of course, is used in the kitchen, THYME, we're talking about, not TIME. And this is what I love about essential oils. When you know the purity of the oils, which you always do your own research, but I've been working with doTERRA essential oils for 10 years now, and I understand the integrity behind the company and the products. And so most of the oils that are able to be used in food are food grade standards. So thyme is something that we can use in the kitchen to add spice to our food, but it's very much about letting go of any bitterness, letting go of any, I don't know, Colleen, something maybe has making you feel really angry at the moment, but this is sort of going to help you just release that, because any of those emotions, those really strong emotions like that, do not serve us well, Colleen, and they tend to eat away at us. And so the more we can do to release them, the better it is. And time's encouraging you to do that, to just release and forgive. And I used to find this concept of forgiveness quite challenging, but now I understand that forgiveness is not for other people, it's for me. When I forgive someone, it's for me to let go of that burden of carrying that anger or that, feelings of discontent or whatever about that person. And so, Colin, this is just encouraging you to forgive so you can release that burden that you're holding. And it will create the ability to release deep-seated anger, resentment, and bitterness, and gain a new lease on life with a greater sense of hope for the future, because you'll feel lighter because you won't be carrying that around. And your centering thought, Colleen, is I release the prisoners of my past and I send them love and light. I am love. And your question, Colleen, is why is it so easy for me to release the past and heal? And the cards I'm using are from Aroma Heal. I love these. They're just so beautiful. So drop me a message, Colleen, if that has resonated with you. And how do we use these oils? Well, you could use that obviously in your food. You can use that if you like that pungent aroma of thyme, you could have it diffusing, or you could make yourself up a little blend. And if you didn't want to actually use that around too close to your nose, you could apply it to your feet. Okay, so there's lots of different ways we can use these essential oils. Hi, Kylie. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for being, investing your time in this little chat we're having today. Yes, I can certainly do a card for you. So here's my little practical exercise that I want to share with you, and is that I have a process called Ollie the Octopus. It's where I draw a circle in the middle of a page and I draw legs off. And then I put a central theme in the middle, like values, and then I start brainstorming and coming up with all my values. So this is one that I did recently. And then what I did after that was I looked at the values and I thought, based on my knowledge and my resources, and you too can have all of this because it's resources. It's not, I love to empower people, hence my business is called Sense of Empowerment. So this is a process. If you want to do this, I would love to, connect with you. If you're not already being looked after by a beautiful doTERRA person, just connect with me and we can play this exercise together. But it's you put the values and then finding the oils that will support that. And so, for instance, I put down here humor. I love humor. I love to laugh. I love jokes, and I love other people that have that sense of fun as well. And so one of the oils that just makes me want to giggle is wild orange. Sometimes it's called joy bottles joy bubbles in a bottle. And wild orange is just so beautiful. I put it in my dark chocolate and I dip the pretzels in it and I dip my strawberries in it, so it's yummy like that. I put it in the diffuser because it makes me feel good. But I also can mix it. I mix it in my sense of empowerment blend. I put it with aroma touch and frankincense. And then I put fractionated coconut oil with it, because it's always good to put a carrier oil with your oils, because it stops a lot of the oil flashing off and just going, and it actually sustains the absorption on your body. And with those oils, I then rub them across my shoulders, because that's often where I feel tight and I carry the burdens, and I inhale through my personal diffusers. So wild orange has an abundance of uses, but it makes me laugh, and it also brings me joy, because it is the oil of joy and abundance. And I also have one on here which is generosity, and I have wild orange next to that too, because the wild orange tree just fruits. It doesn't care. It just keeps fruiting. It doesn't care who takes it. And so we often think of wild orange as being the oil of joy and abundance, because it doesn't care who has it, and it lets go of any scarcity mentality. So when you start connecting the oils to your values, it's almost like a little roadmap of oils that you can then start bringing into your day. Okay, how can I bring wild orange in? Chocolate, that's easy. How can I bring in, say, for instance, what's one here? I had loyalty. Loyalty is really important to me. And I have jasmine and neroli here, and rose. And I love to put all of those together and anoint myself with that before I go to bed. So there's all these beautiful practices you can bring in. So we'll talk a little bit more about those afterwards, but I want to do another card, because otherwise I get chatting and we run out of time. Colleen, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. And so Narelle, here is your card. Oh, lemon. I love lemon. Do you like lemon? So many people, when they take the lid off a bottle of doTERRA lemon, go, wow, what have I been smelling previously? Because this is so pungent. It's like you were just there in that lemon grove, and you've just, you know how sometimes you just prick the skin of a lemon and that zest just like, or sometimes, unfortunately, it gets in your eye and it's like, wow, it's so pungent. That's our lemon. So lemon is very cleansing. So often if you're looking for the emotional aspects of an oil, you'll see they do partner up beautifully quite often with the physical aspects. So how I use lemon, and I will come back to you, Narelle, but I'd love to share a bit of other wisdom as well. Lemon is so good for cleaning. Not that I like cleaning, but it has to be done. Lemon in a spray bottle of water is fantastic for cleaning the scum off your showers. Lemon on its own is awesome for taking off sticky labels. Lemon, I love putting lemon in my water to help that, beautiful flavor, and it helps to, gently sort of detoxify. It's also very powerful for a focus, so it's stimulating. So it's, often we'll call the peppermint and lemon together our study buddy blend, because, lemon's good for focus, peppermint's good for memory and cognitive function. So there's lots of ways you can use lemon, but particularly with cleansing. So if we think about cleansing, Narelle, what maybe right now you are feeling a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of fogginess in the brain, in the mind, maybe in the spirit, and think about lemon as going in there with a really soft little cloth and just polishing away, just cleaning away that fog that's holding you back right now. And it's going to just bring back a little bit more feeling of alertness. And the other thing about lemon for you, Narelle, is that it might just give you that little bit of extra energy that you might be needing right now. And so this is going to create confidence and mental strength to forge through self-judgment and come out on top. So think about the lemon cutting away self-judgment, and it'll help you to focus on what's important to you, Narelle. And your centering thought is, I'm confident in my capabilities. I create joy as I release the thoughts that weigh me down. And your question for yourself, Narelle, is why is it so easy for me to create joy? So I hope that resonates with you, Narelle. Okay, who else do we have there? I'll just, excuse me, Justine, let's do another one. So what are your thoughts on what's stopping you? Because often when we look at what's stopping us, we can look at ways, we can look at strategies, and we can look at oils to support that, maybe that limiting belief that's holding you back. So Justine, you have, wow, I was going to talk about this anyway. This often happens, an oil that I think is appropriate comes up. So this is our protective blend. So Justine, we call it On Guard. And this is a beautiful blend of wild orange, cinnamon, clove, rosemary, eucalyptus. Very powerful, very cleansing and very protective. Some of the oils in that have the chemistry of them is very, very powerful. Nikki, absolutely, I'll write you down. So Justine, this one here, maybe you've got something going on at the moment, Justine, where you maybe haven't set boundaries. Maybe people are encroaching on those boundaries. Maybe you're not feeling like you're running your own ship right now. Well, this is going to help you to stand firm in your own beliefs, in your own truth, and to set that boundary, okay? And know that that's okay. We are sovereign beings. We can do what we feel is right for us, obviously within the law. So this is going to create boundaries of safety, protection, personal space, and integrity. Because, Justine, you must be true to yourself. If we are not true to ourselves, how can we be true to anyone? And, Justine, this will create courage and inner strength for you. So your centering thought, I want you to know, and this is for you to say, I am safe and protected. I honor healthy boundaries in myself and others. And your question, Justine, why is it so easy for me to create healthy boundaries? So I hope that is meaningful for you. Now, I have to just spend a couple of minutes talking about On Guard, because I really do believe that so many of us either used to have issues with setting boundaries or still do. And sometimes you can start to doubt yourself. However, go back to your guideposts, go back to your compass, your values. What is important to you? So just to share with you, like some of the things, I mean, there's so many different values, but things like respect is really high on mine, integrity, honesty, open-mindedness, loyalty, kindness, generosity, empathy, love, understanding. They're really powerful, important values to me. Now, here's the thing. When I first was looking at my list, and I add to it, it's always a work in progress, I was looking at oils, and the one that got me thinking was I looked at respect, and I thought, what oils will help other people to respect me? And then I realized I was going outside in, but we need to go inside out. So I thought, okay, what oils can help me respect me? And when I respect me, I am creating that energy and that aura and that boundary for other people to respect me. Does that make sense? If I'm not making sense or talking Swahili, do let me know. But it was a powerful aha moment for me, because so often we work on, they aren't treating me right or whatever, but we need to take back the power. We need to make sure that we are honoring ourselves. Are the words we speak to ourselves being respectful? How many of you silently tell yourself you're an idiot or a nincompoop when you forget things, or, you kick your toe or something? The subconscious has really big ears, and it doesn't have a sense of humor. So when we say, oh, you idiot, and we're kind of half joking, it takes in, I am an idiot. So let's make sure we're respecting ourselves first, and that we set that intention and that expectation of respect, because we are respecting ourselves. So that was just a little something. Let me go on to, so Justine, we've done Azra. Okay, so let me shuffle the deck and let's have a card for Azra. So what other sorts of things do you value? Narelle, oh, okay, Narelle. Narelle, if you want to connect with me, I would love to give you some suggestions for that. Oh, Dean, I'm so grateful. You know, I love people. I'm so passionate about you all, and I feel like so blessed that I'm a vessel. I've had these beautiful essential oils in my path, and they are my vehicle to reach out and touch people. And then the wonderful mentors I've had, the wisdom that comes to me to share. I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful to you for sharing that it resonated with you, because that makes me feel so useful. And that's something that's important to me too, because service runs in my veins. So, Ezra, my friend, you have the beautiful myrrh oil. Now, this is one that I don't think many people use this much. It's not one of the oils like lemon or peppermint that people know a lot about. But myrrh, I like to think of myrrh as, it's our connection to Mother Earth. It's that connection with that feeling of being loved and nurtured. So maybe you need a bit of this right now, Ezra. Maybe you need a bit of that feeling of being wrapped in a beautiful mother's arms and being loved and cared for. And and I'm really hoping that you all have experienced that beautiful mother's love. And but it's a place of feeling safe. So this is what we want to help you to feel, Azra. So it's going to create a sense of safety and security, and to trust again. A sense of connection to the abundance of the earth and her capacity to provide for us. And Azra, please know this is your centering thought. I am safe. I know who I am. I am connected to the healing power of Mother Earth. And I think when we're connected to the healing power of Mother Earth, Azra, we're connected to the collective consciousness of healing and love. And that's like amplifying that nurturing for you right now. And your question is, why is it so easy to feel safe and connected? Beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Pearl. Welcome. It's lovely to have you on here. Did I miss anyone else? Okay, beautiful. Some people will use myrrh it's quite interesting. Myrrh is quite useful for the skin. I know of some people who will use it in their gum health on a physical level. And some people will team it up with frankincense. So there you go. There's a couple of other things about that. So who have we got on the list next? We have Cherie. Now, where's Cherie from? Hello, Jackie. I miss saying hello to you. Cherie. I'm not sure where Cherie is. I hope she's still on. But Cherie, this one is for you. Let's see what we can pull up. And then I've got a blend for you guys. Those of you who are new, I always talk about a blend and an affirmation to go with our topic as well. So we'll do that in a minute. Oh, wow. Yet another oil that I was going to talk about today. So Cherie, wow. Why am I saying wow? Because you have drawn Melissa. Melissa, to me, Melissa is like the oil of light. It's like creating this divine light within us to the divine light. And it's helping shine a light on your potential, Cherie. And it's like helping you to see your own magnificence and purpose that lies within you. And it's just inviting you to tap into that and to really expand upon that. And so, sometimes, and maybe you're in this little place right now, Cherie, just feeling a bit lost, feeling like you're in a bit of a dark cave. Well, Melissa is coming here to take you gently by the hand and lead you to the light. So we're going to create a sense that you've cleared the darkness and that you've brought light to the heart and soul. And this is going to help you release that heaviness, Cherie, and create a light within. It's more than creating it, because that light is already there, Cherie. It's just helping you to see it. And your centering thought, I choose light. I choose peace. I choose love. I bring light to the world. So Cherie, you need to just turn up the flame, girl. Turn up the light and let it shine, because we need your light to shine. And your question is, why is it so easy to see the light within me? Okay. Azra, wonderful. And Cherie, excellent. I'm glad these are resonating with you. Now, it's quite interesting because I actually wanted to bring up Melissa today, because I think so often we kind of on autopilot, and we're too busy. We're too busy to stop and be still and to think about what's important to us and what do we value. And then we're like, well, who am I? Who am I? But we are we, you are you, I am me. And we were put on this earth to blossom and grow and to use these gifts and talents that have been planted within us. And so when we can connect with Melissa, and you might want to put that in a diffuser, you may want to, just add it with some fractionated coconut oil and have some sort of anointing process. As you create affirmations that you want to say to help you on that process, that's all. I really believe in aromatic anchoring, have the aroma, but have the words as well to really mesh that into your belief structure. So Melissa, very, very powerful oil for us today. So the blends that I wanted to talk about today are actually part of the set. They're part of our yoga collection. Now, if any of you out there are not great yogis or you haven't done yoga, that's okay, because I've done very little yoga in my life. And I like to see the YOGA, that may be showing up backwards for you, I'm not sure, but as your own great awakening. So you can use these whilst you're doing your yoga practice, or you can do them without. Now, there are 3 beautiful blends in there. So let's pull them up for you. We have, okay, thank you for that message, Cherie. Wonderful, wonderful. Again, if any of you want to connect with me and go deeper, I'd love to help you on that journey. So there's 3 oils in here. So we have one that is called Affirm. And with Affirm, this beautiful blend will actually help you to shift any of those heavy energies that are holding you back. It actually helps to bring you into alignment. And this is where we can be still and sit with this and think about what's important to me and accept ourselves and accept that we are meant for greatness and that we take responsibility for that. And so then that can help to restore some sort of emotional balance. And you may want to place it on your wrist. You may want to anoint it over your heart. These are your personal diffuser. They're very powerful. They're portable. You take them with you and you rub the oil on and deeply inhale. Breath is really important. Slow your breathing to slow yourself, to just be in the moment and soak up this, the beauty of every moment. And in every moment we can find beauty, no matter what, because beauty lies within. Beauty lies within. So that's our first blend, and it comes as a set of 3. Then we have Anchor. And anchor, as it suggests, is like steadying us. It's just keeping us steady in times of maybe there's upheaval, maybe there's movement in your life, maybe there's ups and downs. Hey, isn't that normal? So it's just going to help you to be calm, to be present, and just to be in the moment and to work through whatever challenges, whatever processes are going on at the time. And then our 3rd oil is Ascend. And as the name suggests, this is going to be when we rise up. And so with Ascend, it's going to just help us to just really see all the joy that is there for us, just waiting for us, and help us to rise up and participate fully in life. So they are the 3 blends in our yoga pack. And again, remember, yoga could be your own great awakening. So we can use these oils. As I mentioned, you could put them on your wrist, you could use them throughout your yoga practices, or you might just want to carry them with you during the day. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the lava jewelry. You'll get some beautiful beads and a couple of lava beads that are porous, and you pop a drop of your favorite oil on that and you wear it with you throughout the day. Other people have beautiful little clay necklaces and they can drop the oils on those. So it's like they're like jewelry diffusers, really. So there's lots of ways you can bring these oils into your life, and particularly if you're in a workplace where you're not allowed to have a diffuser, you can apply it to yourself, to your skin, or you can wear it on you in the form of jewelry, just to help you bring those beautiful aromas and help you to settle your moods and regulate your feelings throughout the day. So that's the blend. And the affirmation I had to go with that was, and again, guys, these are just my words. You can create your own. I am enlightened. I stand with purpose. I am in alignment with my mind, heart, body, and soul. I am grateful. Because I think gratitude is the antidote. Gratitude is almost like, salt and pepper. It has to go with everything to just make it better. So that is my sense of values, suggestions for your blends and your affirmations. Now, Kylie, is it Kylie? I was scribbling down names, and Kylie, yes, definitely have a card for you, Kylie. Have to watch the time. We get chatting, get carried away. I have a couple of other oils I want to suggest to you as part of this setting your values process. So Kylie, you have the Focus blend, which we like to call In Tune. Now this blend is wonderful for moments when you feel scattered, when you are feeling disconnected, and it's going to just help you to kind of calm, focus, steady, bring you back into your mind, body, spirit, and then you can progress. And so this is going to create the ability to get centered and focused and to stay in the present moment. And importantly, to feel grounded. I think there's so much around us every day. We're bombarded by advertising. We're bombarded by noises and visions and everything else that we can just get totally disconnected with our earth. And so this is going to help you to be grounded. As often as you can, guys, get your shoes off, get your feet into some grass. I love trees. I can stand under a tree and feel really energized. I love actually holding trees and listening. Yeah, I'm weird. But nature speaks to us. Nature speaks. If we take time to be still and to listen to the messages nature sends, we will hear it. And what it does is it almost like that nature comes in and taps your inner voice on the shoulder and allows it to speak. And so really all we have to do is listen. So, okay, Kylie, I got totally distracted then. I can't remember whether I finished or not, but I don't think I did. I think I got distracted. So I'm just going to come back to this. Grounded. It's going to help you feel more grounded, Kylie. Your centering thought is, I create a life of focus and direction. I live in the present moment. Do you know, guys, it's all we have, the present moment. Do you know the Stoics have this way of thinking that, we fear death, and yet we're dying every day. Yesterday is dead to us. It's gone. So the important thing is to actually make sure that, well, that's the life gone. Can we just live what we have? Can we just really live every moment of today? So Kylie, I think this is what it's telling you. Live in the moment. Really, really see what's around you. Come to your senses. Feel into what's going on in your world right now. And your question is, why is it so easy for me to stay focused and connected? So that's yours, Kylie. Okay, couple of other blends that I thought might help you to just steady yourself to really get in touch with what's important to you. Two blends that have helped me enormously over the years have been Lavender Peace and Balance. Now, Lavender Peace is an exquisite blend of lavender and sandalwood and Roman chamomile and marjoram and ylang ylang. And it's just this beautiful blend of bringing, so if we look at marjoram, sort of, the chemistry of marjoram will actually help relax muscles. So you think about it relaxing that, any stiffness of views or heart, and it's actually really good for, like, sandalwood's helping us to connect to our inner voice, and lavender's very soothing. So it's just helping us to let go of any anger or anything that's holding us in that stiff, non-flexible mode. So just to be calm, it's wonderful for supporting a restful night's sleep. But if you could think about it, calming the emotions and just letting go of what is holding us stiff and rigid and, hanging on to those emotions like anger and frustration that aren't serving us. So Lavender Peace to just calm and chill out. And then Balance, which is our grounding blend, the beautiful trees, spruce, hoewood, frankincense, trees with their roots going into the ground, just holding us. Be still, my child, be still. And the trees' arms reaching up to our potential. So it's kind of like saying to us, keep your feet on the ground, but look at what you can have when you be still. So these two oils, I think, are really powerful for any process where you just need to sit and release and listen and to think about what is important to you. And the other one I want to throw in there is citrus bliss. So citrus bliss is bubbling full of citruses, as it suggests: lemon, grapefruit, bergamot, which is great for our self-worth issues, tangerine. And those fun-loving oils are going to help us to, just let joy burst forth. Let that creative spark come alive and think about, what is it we want in our life? What do I want? What is important to me? What do I value? So I think those three oils, and pair them up with your yoga pack. I call that your values pack. And if you want to know how to get that at a really good deal, PM me and I will share that with you. If you're already being looked after by a doTERRA person, please, out of integrity, I won't take anyone else's business or anything like that. So, but you're still welcome to connect with me and ask me any questions or anything like that. It's just that if you don't already have a wholesale account and you'd like one, we honour your connections that you already have. So let me just check my chat. Okay, so who else did I have? Nikki, my beautiful friend Nikki. I'm so glad things are working out well for you, Nikki. Let's see what messages the oils have for you today. Aha, she says. Nikki, you have passion. Now, for those of you who are new to the beautiful doTERRA essential oils, we have this exquisite range of emotional aromatherapy blends, and there's 6. And if you are new to oils and you want to work on your emotions, it's a really easy place to start. We've got a great pack, comes with a diffuser, and you can use them in many ways. And then I become your oily guide and show you how to get the most value out of them. But Nikki, passion, as you know, is one of them. And so passion is inviting you, Nikki, to just totally release any remnants of sluggishness, any remnants of, just not having any get up and go for life, and replacing it with drive and really seeing your worth, seeing your capability, and understanding that it starts with here. If we don't see, or you don't see the full value of you, Nikki, it's hard to get passionate about potential and life. So just to really just a bit more cleansing, let go of anything that's holding you back. And so this will give you the ability to find joy and passion again. The passion blend is revitalizing, Nikki. It's revitalizing the emotional aspects of intimacy and connection through healing. Now, when we talk about intimacy and healing, sometimes we automatically think that's us to somebody else, and it can be, but let's start within. Let's start having that true intimacy and healing with our inner self first, okay? So your centering thought, Nikki, is, I create deep connection and intimacy. I live a life of passion and purpose. Go, girl. You've got this, Nikki. You've got it. So let me write. I write down the cards that you draw in case you want to connect with me later and ask more about them. Okay, so the lovely Pearl. Oh, thank you for sending me lots of little hearts. I like getting love. Don't we all? Don't we all? How often do we ask for what we want, my friends? That's part of standing with your boundaries and asserting yourself. Assertion versus aggression, very, very important. When we come into our own power, we can be lovingly assertive as opposed to aggressive. We don't want to go there. Aggression is not good. Okay, so Pearl, where are you from, Pearl? Pearl, okay, you have one of our beautiful fir oils. Now, what we're going to do here, our fir trees are interesting in that an aspect I love about them, Pearl, I love trivia, but they say that often where there are fir trees, you'll find the animals congregating underneath, and it's almost like they are recharged with that energy. And our fir oils are helping us to release. Oh, Boston, Massachusetts. Wow, just down the road. I live in central Queensland, Australia, Pearl, and I originally grew up in the outback of Australia. So coming back to you, Pearl, because it's all about you. So what we're looking here is to just let go of any generational patterns that maybe have been passed on to you, and inviting you to understand you can let go of, you have the ability to release what is not serving you from the past, and that you can create new patterns that serve Pearl. Okay, so this is going to create the ability to release any addictive cycles and patterns passed down generationally, and to allow the healing process to start within. And your centering thought, Pearl, is I release the cycles and addictions of the past. My family is healed generationally. We are one. And your question, Pearl, is why is it so easy for us to create generational healing? So I hope that resonates with you as well. Okay, is there anybody else that would like a card? Please drop me a message. If I've missed you, just keep commenting until I see you. That I see you, that you've asked for it. Okay, so I want to come back to some other values that you may have, and maybe you'd like to share with me a value, and I can suggest an oil for it. One of the oils that showed up quite a bit for me with my value process was forgive, because I think so often we hold on to what doesn't serve us, and therefore there is no room to bring in what we need. And so I love forgive. It's another blend from our emotional aromatherapy kit, and it's the oil of renewing. So if you think about it, when we forgive others, we are healing the hurt within, and we are renewing ourselves and leaving space for more abundance, more success, whatever it is that you want to come into our lives. And so I had down on my list, I value empathy. So I thought to myself, how can I have more empathy? And then I thought, I can have more empathy by offering forgiveness. So if I'm not feeling empathetic to someone, what is it that I'm not, what is it that I'm blocking? So I hope that makes sense. Nikki, okay, once again, also spot on. Oh, that's wonderful. Nikki loves wearing passion as a perfume mixed with balance, wild orange, whisper. Wow. It's Nikki says it's my signature blend, and I make for myself to wear every day in my layering. Wonderful. And a hair mist. So here's the thing, guys. This is what we love to share. Nikki loves doTERRA oils, and she's immersed in them. So she's been learning over time. And most of the best ways is just to experiment and, create blends of your own. Look at what you're using around your home and think, how can I swap that out for some essential oils? Because quite often the personal care products that we're using have got lots of nasties in them, unless you're using something really pure. So I love that. A hair mist. How gorgeous. So thank you for that, Nikki. Pearl, I will connect with you because I can organize that for you. Wonderful. So coming back to when you're doing this, if you want to do this process, do your Ollie. And then if you want some help to work out what oils go with each one, just connect with me and I can help you do so. So the other thing I wanted to share with you is just a little bit of advice I picked up from, I don't know, I pick up advice from everywhere. Do you guys do that too? You just read things and you tuck it away. And I do like to attribute wisdom I share to the people that created it, but sometimes I can't. But I think this statement resonated with me. Be ruthless to the things that don't matter. So here's the thing. Sometimes when I'm mentoring people and I ask them, what do you want? They'll say to me, well, I don't want blah, blah, blah. And I keep going, okay, but what do you want? Sometimes it's easier to start with what you don't want. So if you were challenged with, and then you can flip it. So for example, if you were challenged with thinking, well, what's important to me and what do I value? Start off with, what is not acceptable? What don't I like? And then go, well, if I don't like rudeness, what's the opposite of rudeness? Maybe it's respect. And you'll create your list that way. Because, my friends, it is so important to know. If you don't have these guideposts in your life, how do you know what types of behaviors to accept? Well, how do you know what to say yes to and what to say no to? And this is why this really resonated with me. Be ruthless to the things that matter. So a question for you is, what do you say no to? And what are you going to say no to? So keep those questions in your mind. And think about another thing. What emotions are consuming you? I don't think I'd be any different to any of you in that I have some stuff going on in my life that is not always happy. And so I struggle with that sometimes, of like, oh my God, I'm so caught up in the emotion of this, but how? How can I better regulate that emotion for my own well-being, for other people's well-being? And so by asking ourselves these questions, like, what emotions are ruling me? Am I totally immersed in anger? Am I totally immersed? And sometimes it can be obsessed with something. So these are just little analytical questions to ask yourself, because then we can look at the oils that will support you with that. Okay. And here's another tip. The more you say no to the things that don't matter, the more you can say yes to what is really important to you. And you can do the things that you love. And you can live the life that you want. Okay? And when we live the life we want that's in alignment with our values, guess what? We're nicer people to hang around with. Other people want to be part of what we have. And so we can actually rub off on other people and be more of more an influence to other people. So if you are finding that you are weighed down with some challenges and, things are really tightening you up, another great blend that I use all the time is past tense. As the name suggests, it's kind of like saying tension, be gone. So what it does on a physical level, I have a few structural issues that I'm working through, and sometimes they lead me to have some discomfort, significant discomfort. And so what I will do is I will roll it all across my shoulders and up through the back of my head, and I massage it in. And this blend has wintergreen, which is so powerful and supportive of, releasing that discomfort. Lavender, which is soothing. Peppermint, which is great for circulation, and on and on and on. But it also has oils in there. So if we think about, that's the physical, think about it on an emotional level. It's releasing fears that are binding us. It's releasing fears that are holding us back. And so I'm just looking at some of the others. In there, cilantro. It has cilantro in there, which is releasing control. And yes, I'm a control freak. And so I find that really good, because it's helping us when we're using that blend to realize that we don't need to be in control all the time. It's about releasing control and allowing the greater picture to happen, or the greater power. And so my son said something really profound to me. I think I shared this last week once. He said, Mum, letting go of control is actually being in control, because we've made that decision. And that was a real aha moment for me as well. So past tense could be a really good one if you're sitting in fear and just not really sure about where you are right now in life, where you can't sit still long enough to start thinking about what's important to you. Just bring past tense into your life and breathe it in and sit with it. Be still and allow that inner voice to come out. Thanks, Nikki. Nikki's having issues with autocorrect. It sabotages me all the time. I couldn't even tell you some of the messages I've sent my daughter. Luckily, it was my daughter, and she pointed out to me some of the things that my autocorrect or my fat fingers had said to me. Okay, so a couple more tips for you is that you might like to start. I don't know, if you list people, make a list. And what did I write down here? Make a list of what you value. What do you want from life? How do you want to live? How do you want your day to flow? What type of people do you want in your life? What type of interactions do you want in your life? How much time do we think about how we want our life to be? Or just busy making life happen? A life happen, but is it the life you want? So how do you think you're supposed to live? Now, there's a really important word, supposed, because then it's living a life according to somebody else's script. Hey, you're the author of your own script. So know that you can design the life you want to live. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's that simple, or actually it is simple, but it's not easy to maybe remove the people or the things that are causing you angst. But remember, we can create our own inner world. And it's like the people like Viktor Frankl and all those people, Nelson Mandela, who were imprisoned in hard to understand conditions, just cannot comprehend. But they decided that their body may have been a prisoner, but no one could make prisoner of their mind. And I think that's a really powerful strategy, to know that no one takes over my mind. I can set the boundaries. I can decide what comes in and what comes out. And then another tip I read somewhere was, write down what you want and then make a list of what society wants of you, society, family, friends, etc. And then look at where the discrepancies are, okay? Because sometimes we have to be flexible, but if there's major discrepancies, that's where some questions need to be asked. And we need to set those boundaries and sit with our truth and sit with our oils and inhale them and snort them if you need to, like I have on many occasions when I've been really stressed, and help you come to a place of acceptance of self and acceptance of your own worth, that you can have the values that are important to you. So thank you for being with me today. I hope you've had some value from the day. I've loved interacting. I'm grateful to you all for popping in from all over the world. And I'll come back and reconnect with all of you. And for any of you that want to do that deep dive with me, let's catch up and have a chat. It's free. It's free. And it's just a lovely way. I love making new friends. I am here to serve. I want to bring these beautiful oils into your lives and the lives of your friends. I want to oil up the world, but I can't do it on my own. So thank you for popping on and being part of today. And I look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. Have an awesome week, guys. And please, I'd love you to spend some time just thinking about what your values are. And we pop back on next week and share to me any BFOs you've had. That's blinding flash of the obvious, BFO. So pop back in next week and say hello. And we'll be talking about another topic, and I'll be introducing you to even more of the beautiful doTERRA essential oil range. Thank you so much. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next week.